Hello, everyone. 2020 has been a transition year and a difficult one because change is never easy. But as most of the tough work has already been done, 2021, while still intense, it's announcing to be an extraordinary year. We birthed the age of Aquarius community at the dawn of the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in Aquarius because the age of Aquarius values are everything that our world stands for, or I would say humans stand for: freedom, quality content, connection with like minded people. Each individual is unique, experiential learning, collaboration, getting in sync with the universe, and greater good over individual interests. We have to work collectively for the world at large. So, today and in the following days to come, let me apprise you with what the planets imply for us for 2021 and what we can do for ourselves in order to build our health, wealth, and happiness. So, when we are happy inside, the world automatically is happy, and we can actually, our auras extend to the world at large. Aquarius. Well, the major trends for you for 2021, with Saturn in your sign all year, you're apt to think that things are worse than they are. You could be too pessimistic. Many of you will feel older than your years, but in spite of this, many nice things are happening this year. You are prospering despite all this, and next year the prosperity will be even greater. Saturn in your sign might create pessimism, but it increases your management skills. Now, this is a great year for losing weight if you need to, and for getting the body and image into the shape that you want. Spirituality has been prominent in your horoscope for many years, and this trend continues in the year ahead. Pluto, your career planet, has been in your spiritual 12th house since 2008. So, in many cases, your spiritual growth and practices is the career, and that is the mission this year. Saturn in your sign is good for practical matters. It gives down to earth attitude to life and increases your organizational skills. It is good for running a business and money making, but not so good for love. You will need to work harder to show warmth and love to others. The family life has been unstable ever since Uranus entered your fourth house in 2019. You will need to work harder to maintain your emotional equilibrium. Family members seem subject to sudden mood swings, and you don't know where you stand from moment to moment. Your main areas of interest this year are the body and image, finance, home and family, and your spirituality. Your paths of greatest fulfillment will be children, fun and creativity, the body and image until May 14th and from July 29th to December 30th. And finance will be from May 14th to July 29th and from December 30th onwards. Now, health. Health needs more attention. You have two dynamic long term planets in stressful alignment with you, Saturn and Uranus. So, a lot of things that you did with no sweat in past years are going to seem more difficult to do now. Listen to your body. Don't push it too far. If you're exercising and you feel pain or discomfort, just stop. As always, make sure to get enough rest. Your sixth house of health is not prominent this year. There is a tendency to take your health for granted and not pay attention to it. So, the advice here is you might need to force yourself to make more attention because remember, a stitch in time saves time. In regards to your home and family, your fourth house has been prominent since 2019. It is a major focus for you this year and for years to come. The situation with the family, the whole family circle, is volatile. There are rows and a tendency to family splits. Emotions run high in the family circle. Family members are subject to wild and often irrational mood swings. Everyone seems more touchy, more temperamental these days. You have to tread lightly and delicately. Those of you who are living on your own can be having multiple moves this year and in future years also. Sometimes you don't literally move, but carry out serial of renovations of the existing home. You keep upgrading the home the way you upgrade your computer or software. It seems an endless process. No sooner do you have things the way you want them, then another idea comes to you, and so you change. This goes on endlessly. Part of the reason for this is that you identify with the home. Your home is you, it's an extension of your personality. So, as your personality changes, so does the home. It has to do with the need for freedom and change from your inner core. So, renovations of the home could happen at any time, but January 7th to March 5th would be an ideal and excellent time. If you're redecorating or otherwise beautifying the home, then April 15th to May 9th would be conducive. Your family planet Venus is a fast moving planet. During the year, she will move through all the signs and the houses of your horoscope. Thus, there are many short term family trends that depend on where she is and the aspects she receives. Now, in regard to your finance and career, the year ahead is very prosperous. You are serious Aquarians. You have a good work ethic. You seem sober and willing to take on more responsibility. Your management skills, as we mentioned, are super. Jupiter spends most of the year in your first house. So you are like living the good life, living on a higher standard living as if you were prosperous. You're enjoying all the pleasures of the senses, good food, good wine, travel, and nice clothes. And though you might not have the money for it in your bank account, the cosmos will supply. On May 14th, Jupiter will enter your money house. He makes a brief foray there this year, a flirtation. This is only the harbinger of things to come. At the end of the year, he moves into your money house for the long haul. So next year will be even more prosperous. Jupiter rules your beneficent 11th house. Jupiter is also a beneficent planet, and he's powerful when he moves into your money house, the sign of Pisces. So Jupiter is strong, doubly beneficent, and well placed. This all spells increased earnings. Since Jupiter rules your 11th house, this placement indicates that you can earn from your natural strengths, from networking and being involved with groups and professional organizations. You have the financial favor of friends, and they seem devoted to you in other ways too. So, Jupiter in your money house shows an affinity for the high tech and online world, another one of your natural strengths. It favors companies involved with science, technology, astronomy, astrology. Everything to do on online is going to be beneficial for you. So, if you are not a technical techno freak, or if you're not a tech geek person, it's time to brush up your knowledge on the technical knowledge. Like Neptune, the most spiritual of the planets, has been in your money house for many years. This signals a fabulous financial intuition. It also shows a need to earn in spiritually correct kinds of way. There is an idealism about money. You are charitable to a fault. You seem immune to market or economic movements. You transcend them. Your intuition enables you to prosper under all conditions. On a more worldly level, Neptune in the money house, his own sign and house, favors oil, natural gas, shipping, and shipbuilders, the fishing industry, the water utilities, and water purification companies. It also favors certain pharmaceuticals, makers of anesthetics or mood enhancers. The cannabis trade is slowly but surely being legalized in various places, and this industry would also come under Neptune's domain. So, career should also be good this year. You seem more ambitious and down to earth. Saturn in your sign enhances the worldly ambitions. Your career planet Pluto has been in your spiritual 12th house for many years and will be there for a few more years to come. So many of you will be attracted to the charitable and not for profit world. This attracts you both financially and career wise. So even if you're in a worldly kind of a career, you're likely to be involved in doing good in charities or the good causes on the side. And though you're truly altruistic, you may find that your worldly career is enhanced as a side effect. Now, with your love and social life, your seventh house of love and romance is not prominent this year. It's basically empty. Only fast moving planets will move through there, and their impact is short term. Now, this tends to the status quo. Singles will probably stay single, those who are married will probably stay married. There is a complication in love that was mentioned earlier. Saturn is in your sign. This would tend to make you appear aloof, cool, distant to others. You may not actually be that way, but people can take you to be like that. So, the influence of a planet can be compared to the influence of a drug. You emanate a certain energy unconsciously. This perceived coldness, perhaps brusqueness, would tend to put a dampener on romance and complicate your existing relationships. So be careful. Saturn is in your sign. It is good for business and money, but not so good for love. A little bit of care can help you overcome the obstacles. So, happily, this is easily remedied. Make it a project, a spiritual project, a project to love and spread warmth to others. Do it every night before you go to sleep. This will be huge help. You increase your auras of love and warmth. So, your love planet, the sun, which is a fast moving planet and will move through all the signs and houses of your horoscope over the course of the year. Moreover, he never goes retrograde and his rate of motion is always steady. Thus, there are many short term love trends that depend on where the sun is and the kind of aspects he receives. So, romance may tend to the status quo, but the area of friendship seems much happier. Your planet of friends, Jupiter, will be in your sign almost all year. This shows that friends are devoted to you on your side, putting your interests ahead of their own. Also, it shows that there's nothing much you need to do to attract friends. They find you. You just go about your daily business. So, when Jupiter moves into Pisces from May 14th to July 29th, friends and social connections are involved in your finances in a very helpful way. They seem supportive financially. You find friendships as you pursue your financial goals, perhaps at the bank, brokerage office, or financial lecture, or some seminar. So that's where you are actually going to be cultivating your friends. Now, for your self improvement. Like I've said, that there is the need to lighten up more. Things are not as black as they look. Practice sending love and warmth to others. One can be efficient without being cold, or one can be affectionate without being cold. So, over the years, you have learned much about the spiritual dimensions of wealth. You've experienced the phenomena of miracle money probably many times, and this trend is still in effect. So, from the spiritual perspective, wealth is spiritual in a sense, it's unlimited. Every person has equal access to an ocean of spiritual wealth. Please listen to me carefully. The divine doesn't have favorites, it gives to all equally, gives to you as much as it gives to others. The only difference between you and others is capacity. Some have a greater capacity to receive than most people. While we may go to the ocean with a teacup, they go with a barrel. There's no condemnation here. They have developed their capacities over many lifetimes. So, from the spiritual perspective, we recognize one and only one source of supply, the divine. Of course, the divine uses many instruments to supply a person through the parents, the spouse, the job, the business, but these are considered side effects of the activity of the divine supply. So, when we access the divine supply, what we have or don't have is immaterial. It is never about personal resources, it's about the resources of the universe. Many people get stuck in the how of things. How can this happen? The worldly mind can't conceive of how the supply will come to it, nor is it equipped to conceive it. Thus, doubt and denial tend to block the things. But the how is not really our business. What matters is the end result. Open up to the divine supply. Take what you want spiritually and allow the power to act. Trust in the power. Sooner or later, generally at the right time, it will manifest. There is no real financial independence without this understanding. People, there is no financial independence. At the cost of repeating myself, I want you all to understand that there is no real financial independence without this particular spiritual understanding. As long as a person relies on conditions or outer circumstances of people, there won't be any independence. And these are the insights and lessons that are happening for you, Aquarians. This is where the cosmos is leading you. So create your capacity by understanding through your natal chart. Get your natal charts made. Know which is the sector of your life that requires this focus and concentration, and be open to the universe actually rectifying it. So understand your planets and what they imply for you personally. With this, have a great 2021 ahead. Stay blessed and be happy.